Hi, welcome to Balance Air. Today we're going to show you how to operate your air transfer tool or your ATT from Balance Air Enterprises. Let's take a look at the different parts of the ATT. First off, we have the main body. All of the connections to the main body move freely about so that the whole system is connected together. Connected to the main body, we have an inflating valve. We can add air to your system, to your tires, by use of an air compressor if we need to. Also, on the back side, we have a deflating valve. If the air pressure is too high, we can let air out of the system. And also, when you're done using your ATT, you can relieve pressure of the system and not have any air going throughout the system. Also on top we have a pressure gauge which shows the pressure that's within your system. We have two air hoses that can connect to two tires of the same size so that we can regulate the air pressure in them. On these air hoses we have bend protectors to keep your hoses from kinking at the ends. And at the end of the hoses we have locking air checks. These are the type that has a locking knob on it. It's a straight push to put them on. They work very well. And then we have protective covers to go over the locking air checks. Okay, now that we're familiar with the different parts of the ATT, we're going to actually lay it out and use it on our vehicle. And once again, always make sure that if you have any sealants or fluid in your tires, we recommend that you don't use it because it could clog up the system and cause some high pressure throughout your system. Okay, the first thing we're going to do, we're going to lay it down on the bag that your ATT comes with. We're going to lay the hoses out. We're going to lay them in a straight line as possible. Make sure that the hoses are not kinked in any way, and get it to both tires. Okay, we've got our hoses laid out in a straight line. Okay, before we hook them up to the vehicle and to the tires, I'm going to open up the deflating valve and bleed off any air within the system, just to make sure that all the air is out of the ATT. Okay, next thing we're going to do is take the protective cover off of the locking air check, take the valve cap off the tire, and just a little tip, you might put the valve cap within our safety cover so you don't lose your valve cap. Okay, our locking air checks, to apply them, push down on the lever, push straight into the tire with some force, let up, and you should be locked on to your valve stem then. Okay, we've got both hoses hooked up to the tires of this pickup. It's been a couple minutes. The air pressure is the same in both of these tires. By using the ATT, we've got equal pressure in both tires. At this point, if you check your gauge and your tires are a little low, by the aid of an air compressor, we can by using the inflating valve and the air compressor, we can hook up and add air to the system, just like this, to increase the air pressure in both tires at the same time. Also, at this time, we check the air pressure on them and we see that the air pressure is a little too high. By using the deflating valve, we can open it and we can bleed air off if we need to also. Okay, now that the air pressure is exactly the same on the tires on this vehicle, it's time to disconnect the ATT. Okay, first thing is grab a hold of the locking air check, apply a little pressure on it before you depress the lever, and just simply remove it from the valve stem. Always remember to replace the valve cap and put the protective covering on the locking air chuck to keep the dirt and rocks out of it. Okay, before winding up the hoses, your ATT will have air in the system. Open up your deflating valve and just release the air from the system. Tighten it back up and wind up the hoses. These hoses are made to coil very well. Just get them wound up. And once they're wound up, replace everything in the bag. Zip it up and you're ready for another one. Thank you.
All Balancer Enterprises products are made, assembled, and shipped in the United States of America.